Hey guys, it's McBrammer here, and I've been trying out a lot of different team comps and teamfight tactics, but so far, this one that I tried out this game has been the strongest. So this game I tried out 4 Gunslinger, 4 Noble, and I decided to put all the items on Lucian and my tank items on Fiora. Um, but I believe that this comp is one of the strongest in the game because the AoE damage is actually insane with the Lucian and the Gunslinger buff. Especially because this game I went IE and tried to go for a double Shiv, but I couldn't get the last recurve bow, so I had IE tier Shiv. But the splash damage is actually insane, plus the Gunslinger buff. I basically melted just about every single team this game, and you'll see that now. But I had double locket on Fiora at the end, and I decided to do that because I didn't have the tankiest team, and there was a lot of people with tanks and like elementalists that I was going up against, so I needed the shield, so that way my Lucian could just do the work. But yeah, so basically this video is going to just be about a really strong team comp and how insane Lucian can get when he's level 3 with Gunslinger, Noble, and items. I had really bad economy all game, but that's mostly because like I was in a really good spot to keep a win streak and just make my players stronger and just like continue to do that. So I ended up re-rolling a lot, buying XP, but I mean, like, when you're as ahead as I was this game, it really doesn't matter if you don't have economy. Yeah, so like such early on in the game, I got the double or the triple noble, so I got that buff already. And if it went on like anybody, honestly, it would have been fine because like my Garen would never die, my Lucian would never die. He'd get mana back all the time, and my Fiora. I mean, Fiora is like honestly probably one of the most useless champions in the game, just because she's like a duelist and she's not really a good team fighter. But I mean, like I just used her for the buff, and like I just put the shields on her. Yeah, like my first noble buff went on Fiora, so I mean it's only the creep round, so it's not that big of a deal. But hopefully that doesn't keep happening during the game. I do get the recurve bow with my Lucian, and I got IE, and I'm pretty sure when the first PvP round starts, I put the IE in Lucian. The reason I do an upgrade here is that way I can get the Tristana in for the Gunslinger buff, so now I have both Noble and Gunslinger, and going into the first PvP round, that's pretty good to have, so that way I can have the AoE damage and like the heals early on so I don't die, plus level 4, so I have a +1 advantage on other people. Yeah, like this first round, I mean, all 4 people alive wasn't even a problem. It's so good. And like I said, this whole game I was just going for the win streak, and I actually ended up keeping the win streak the entire game. So I got the gold that I needed after every single round. Later on in the game, I did end up picking up a Kale, and that is mostly because I had an open slot, and I'm pretty sure I got the double knight buff, so that was pretty helpful, so my Garen wouldn't die. And the shield from Kale is really good, especially if it goes on Lucian, or like someone on my front lines, that way they don't die and they'll target them, and my Lucian can just continue to melt the entire team. Like I said though, this comp is probably by far one of the strongest comps that I've ever played with on this. So far it's so good. I have the 2-win streak right now, and I've got the Graves. So I have a level 2 Graves, level 2 Tristana, so that's really good for me. It's looking really promising. And I do decide to reroll here because I'm an idiot, but I get another Graves. Then I reroll again. And I get the level 2 Lucian, so that's really nice. This level 2 Lucian's a real power spike this early on because I have IE, Noble, and Gunslinger. So I really have nothing to worry about. I decided to trade the Tristana out for Graves because of the AoE damage, and like with Gunslinger it helps a lot, and I just feel like I don't get as much power with Tristana out early game as I would with Graves. So I end up stomping about every single comp this entire game. The only one that I had a little trouble with would be Yordle, maybe, but nobody really had a strong Yordle comp. And then I think maybe Glacial would have been a huge counter for me, but nobody really had a strong Glacial like team either. But Glacial would have been bad because like if they had 6 Glacial and like they had Ashe in the backline just A-ing and everything, my strongest units would have gotten froze like Lucian and would have been completely useless, and I wouldn't have been able to get the splash damage off with the Shiv. But I think this comp just about beats every single other one. Like I had no problem with the assassin comps because of my tanks and the shields that I got from Fiora. And like every other comp really didn't matter, mostly because I just would delete them so fast. So here I got the static Shiv on Lucian, and that's really huge because I have both Shiv, IE, and then plus the Noble and Gunslinger buff. So I was just looking really good right here. Just got the level 2 Fiora.
Precision and grace. Prepare to die.
So I've decided to keep them towards the left, almost in the middle, just because like I don't want to put them in any corner, because if they have assassins they would take out my Graves and then just go straight for the Lucian. So I figured if I was like in the middle or towards the left, the assassin would jump to like hopefully just go for the front line like they do sometimes when they mess up, and then my back line would just take them out. I got 3 Cassidans here, and I was just speechless at the time because, like, 3 Cassidans, that never happens. I mean, come on now. But sadly, I didn't need the Void comp this game, but I'm pretty sure I ended up picking them up anyways just so other people couldn't have them, and I think I hold on to them for a few rounds. Yeah, I just contemplated for like 2 minutes picking them up. But this is going to be my first video slash commentary that I'm uploading on YouTube about TFT, and I figured it'd be a good one because I've been playing this game a lot, and pretty sure that I've picked it up better or most than others. And a flawless game is always a pretty cool video to watch, especially if someone like myself is letting you know how you can do that or what could benefit you to get there. And one of my recommendations is definitely this comp. I moved everything to the right here, so that way they can all just focus one unit. But I'm pretty sure my Graves ends up going to the left and focusing them, but it's better to get your units to focus on the one main Krug, so that way they're just getting the most damage output on one of them, so that way then after that one's dead they can just go focus another one. It just ends the round faster because if they all focus different ones, you're really wasting time and like HP because they all regain their health back after one dies. I wasn't expecting items on this round because Krugs have the lowest drop rate out of everything in this game. But I actually ended up getting 3 items this round, and I ended up putting the tier on Lucian because this is where I'm hoping to get the second ship, but I never end up getting the recurve bow, so that's a rip. So now basically I'm not really trying to like just sweat it. Like I'm not worrying about anything because my composition right now is just so strong and I have nothing to worry about. I mean, a level 2 Garen would be nice, but again, it's not the end of the world because my backline is just so strong and my Fiora, and I mean nothing is really stopping me. This is where I put the rod on Fiora because I thought that the Negatron cloak would build the locket, but then I remembered it's chain vest. So here I realized that I was going to stack lockets on Fiora. Just because my front line wasn't heavy enough for my back line, so if they all had shields, it'd make the job a lot easier. So here, basically, I just look at the enemies that I'm going up against, and I just like take a second to think that I'm honestly in the best spot possible. And I really don't have much to worry about, so I'm not going to just sit here and waste gold because I'm at 100 health in stage 3. Nobody's been even close to beating me. The most they've ever got is 1 unit off the board from me. So I'm just like chilling right now and coasting through the win streak trying to get some gold. I'm really hoping to find the 4th Gunslinger that I need so that way my Lucian can be even stronger and they can all attack the enemies and just clear them off the board fast. This guy that I just beat was number 3 on the board and I wiped him out like it was nothing. So this is when I realized like I'm unstoppable.
Here comes the boom.
So I'm at 21 gold here, so I should have the +5 at the end of every single round, and then plus the 2 for my econ, and then +3 for my win streak. So I should be getting 10 gold every single round here. Or it might be 4 gold, because it's not stage 4 yet. It might be 4 gold. I don't know if I'm right or wrong about this. I'm pretty sure it's 5 though. So yeah, I should have 10 gold, so I should have 32. So when you have a win streak in your first place, you can't really like expect anything from the carousel because everyone's either going to go for the item they need, the person they need for their composition, or just like the overall OP players in the carousel. So basically, I'm just going to go for something that I can sell to get more gold out of because I'm really not going to get anything good. Or I'm going to go for the chain vest to get the locket, and that's exactly what I do. There's a blue Rengar right here with the chain vest, so that's an easy 3 gold I can get plus locket. I just got another level 2 Lucian, and that's huge because that means I'm only 3 away from the level 3 Lucian. And the level 3 Lucian plus the Noble and Ranger buff is actually gonna make him insane.
I'll sleep when they're dead. Feeling lucky.
This guy has a Varus in the back that has magic resistance, and it doesn't really matter because I have no magic on my team. The only thing that was a threat on his team was the Vigor because it can just one-shot, almost one-shot any of my units, but as you can see, I took him out. It was like a breeze. I've tried doing this comp many times, but I've never been able to get the all 4 Gunslingers and Nobles and the level 3 Lucian because people always take them because they're very popular, strong champions. And this game I actually ended up getting really lucky with my units. Like I just got the tier 3 Tristana, I almost have the tier 3 Graves, almost have the tier 3 Lucian. Here I start re-rolling just because I'm greedy and I want my level 3s. But like here I was hyped because now I am both 1 unit away from Graves and Lucian to have level 3s of both. And that'll put me with a level 3 Tristana, Lucian, and Graves. And that's my entire backline, and that's insanely huge because my backline is absolutely chaotic right now. Here I sell the Garen, and I realized that was an idiot move because I was 1 Garen away from a level 2 Garen. But again, it really doesn't matter because everything's been so easy from here on out, and I just want the level 3 Fiora. And I didn't even realize this, but I rolled across the Fiora. There's the level 3 Lucian. That's huge. Oh my god, I went past another Fiora. I really am not paying attention at all. Here, I'm pretty sure I sell Fiora, or no. I don't sell the Fiora. Oh, here I get the extra person on the board, so I buy Gangplank and put him next to Garen. So that way I have the 4 Gunslingers. And this is when I basically know that I'm going to win the game. And nothing's actually going to stop me because the 4 Gunslinger buff, Noble buff on level 3 Lucian, just everything.
A slow death will be their reward. For Demacia.
Precision and grace.
I have a Negatron poke sitting on the side, and I don't remember what I used it for, but I'm pretty sure I put it on someone. See, this comp was fairly easy because, I mean, I took out the Garen and that was pretty much it. Because he had a level 1 Leona, and then I just scrubbed it back and they all just destroyed the main. And my 1 carry, actually both of my carries are at full HP, still Tristana and Lucian. So, here I'm thinking that my front line is doing a decent job. Here I trade the Leona out for Garen because I think Leona is a better pick in general for team fighting because her stun is crazy huge, especially if it hits the back line and stuns them, because then I can just hurry up and wipe out the front line and then everybody goes for the back line. I've also been keeping my units 1 to the left or right from the corner because I don't know if it's just crazy coincidence or it's just a bug, but every single time I've had a unit in the far corners of the map, they seem to like bug out and just not attack and just go AFK. I don't know if that's happened to you guys, but if it has, let me know in the comment section. So here I'm getting greedy and re-rolling against for the level 3 Fiora and Graves, and basically when I get these level 3s, I'm unstoppable.
Precision and grace.
I don't sell anything for this level 2 gameplay because I know that I'm going to win the next round, and if you win a round you get 1 gold right after the win. So I'm just going to buy him and just stick with the level 1 gameplay for now. This fight was really easy because my Leona stunned the backline and the Kindred didn't get the ult off sooner. So I just was able to have my Lucian just stay alive and kill everybody just like he's been doing every single round. I think Lucian's one of the best carries because his DPS is so high, and I think it's one of the highest in the game, especially with the right items on it, and he's super fast and mobile, especially with his dash, and he gains mana fairly quick. Another carry that's ranged is Draven. He's an insane carry, especially with Rage Blade, Rapid Fire Cannon, and or Shiv. A level 2 Draven with those items will basically wipe out any team with a good front line. Here I pick up the Leona in game point just because I'm one away from a level 2 Leona. I wasn't expecting to get a level 3 game point just because I knew someone else was picking him up and I wasn't worried about it. But the level 2 Leona is what I was worried about the most, because I'm gonna have a 3-star backline, which are all like hyper carries, Tristana, Lucian, and Graves. And the AoE damage from Graves is really nice with the splash from every single AA. Plus it's gonna be doing it extremely fast with the buffs. This is what I mean when I said the glacial ones are a little harder, because as you can see they have taken out. Oh, never mind, they didn't take out. Because we got one. But it was just like a little harder and it wasn't as fast as a win. But still, I'm at 100 HP and the second highest is 54. I'm in such a good spot right now, and not really worried about anything, just like I have been the whole game. I've said that like 4 times, I apologize. But right now I'm just talking to the people left in the game. The people in this game were being really cool about it. But in stage 4, one stage before Raptors, and with how fast I'm deleting the teams, it's like unfair almost. Here I'm just re-rolling to try and get the level 3 units that I want, the Graves and Fiora. Here I get the level 3 Fiora. I think I get the level 3 graves too. Oh, no. I'm pretty sure that's the next one where I get the level 3 graves. I'm pretty sure I get another locket from this Raptors round. Yeah, I get the second locket this round. And that's huge for me. I'm really hoping this video does go on YouTube. And I'm thinking that it will for a few reasons because one, it's a flawless game, and two, it's like very instructional. Like I'm giving you advice on how to, do this, I guess. And plus, like, it's a really cool video to see the 4 Gunslinger, 3 Noble buff, and watching how fast Lucian deletes the entire team lane. Like, this round was another breeze. All of my units stayed alive. So yeah, we're basically just gonna keep our units in the same place and just try to get the level 3 gangplank, or graves, which we just did. So basically we're set for the game now. The rest of it is just gonna be a breeze. I just put this item on Leona just because it was sitting there, and it's late game, so I might as well just make use of any item I have sitting on the board. As you just saw, it was another very easy win. Basically now all I'm doing is just coasting through the game because I'm still at 100 HP. There's only 4 people left, and realistically nobody's gonna beat me, and this is a guaranteed win. So now all we're trying to do is keep it at 100 HP the entire game. This comp was a bit harder for me because he had like 2 or 3 more units than me, plus a level 2 Kindred. So at first I was going to be worried I was going to lose this, but then I realized that my Lucian was still alive, and so was my Fiora, and everybody's low health. And with the Shiv proc, he just basically one-shots everybody. This is where I see a Kale and realize that this could be very beneficial because one, it could keep my units alive, and it's another noble. Or no, it's another knight. There's really nothing else I could use for my team comp, so the Kale would just be good. Here I just buy XP so I can put her in and not have to worry about anything. Now I'm definitely certain that there's no way anyone's gonna beat me, and I'm not gonna lose any health for the remainder of the time. This guy's Draven was extremely beefy with his items, but I mean, it still doesn't beat me because my Kayle saved my Leona, and that's who the Draven was targeting, so my team was just able to swoop everybody else and kill him.
Slow death will be their reward.
Here I'm 2 gangplanks away from a level 3 gangplank, but the odds of me getting that before this game is over is almost little to nothing. I decide I'm going to keep the placement here because everybody's units are always to the right towards the late game, unless you have assassins, but nobody has assassins, and this is just another team where it was harder because he had more units plus the elementalist buff, but it really didn't matter in the end because my Lucian just melts everything like he's been doing all game. The dragon was fairly easy to beat. So I'm pretty much placing my troops spread out like this with the tanks in the front so that way my carries in the back can take care of the damage needed since the front line doesn't do as much. My Lucian and Tristana are pretty much destroying it though, so that's really good. And my Graves. So I decided to go for the Spear of Sojin on Gangplank instead of GA on Tristana, just so that way if he does end up being able to use his ability, he can use it faster since it does a lot of damage and it's very AoE. And basically I'm just using all of my gold to reroll just to see if I can possibly get the level 3 gangplank. I moved my units to the left because I see that one of the guys that I'm versing could possibly have all his to the left, and with my luck he does, and I end up going against him, so that's pretty cool. This one was a bit harder because his Draven was in the back doing a lot of damage, and it was a level 2 with good items, but my Lucian, Kayle, and Tristana managed to clutch it out. Like I said, I'm just going to re-roll just for the giggles to see if I can get another level 3. I got really good RNG this game and ended up getting 4 3-star champions, so that also really helped and was beneficial for me. And 3 of the 3-star champions happened to be gunslingers. And this is the last game, and it was the guy with the elementalist. Again, he had more champions than me and 2 assassins, but wasn't nothing that I couldn't handle and that my Lucian couldn't handle, because as you can see, he's in the top left just taking out the entire backline right now. And then all that's left is the monster from the elementalist, and that's the GG's. I just wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, drop a sub. And comment below what kind of comps that you'd want me to try, or just anything in general that's been working out for you. I'll be making a lot of TFT videos for the future and ranked. So yeah, drop a sub, like, comment. Have a nice day.